Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Level Up Your Inner Power, the podcast where we explore how you can shift your energy to level up your life. I'm Danielle Flood.
And I'm Juliet Martine. And this week we're sharing with you an incredibly simple yet powerful tool you can use anytime, anywhere, if you want to shift and transform your energy to really elevate yourself into the vibrational frequency of abundance. And let me say, by the time you finish listening to this episode, we're pretty certain you're going to want to celebrate.
Today, we're diving into something that's really close to my heart, the power of celebration.
Whoop,
And
whoop, whoop,
it's,
whoop, whoop.
whoop, whoop, I know. Let's celebrate. I've got that song in my head. Celebrate good times. Come on.
Come on.
And let me tell you, it is one of those things that sound so simple, but when you really lean into it, it's actually life-changing. So let me ask you, when was the last time you actually stopped to celebrate yourself or something in your life? We are all so good at moving from one thing to the next. Mm-hmm. And before we know it, we've forgotten to pause and soak in what's already amazing in our lives.
So true.
It is. And, you know, I am a big believer in celebrating everything. And yes, Juliet.
Drum roll.
I have had a big birthday, a big milestone birthday, a big 5-0.
I was going to ask you, are you prepared to do the big reveal?
100%. I love it. I own it. I am 50 and I am fabulous. And you better believe I have been celebrating and I will continue to celebrate for the next 50 days, I think.
Cue the birthday song.
I know. But what we're really talking about today isn't just parties and lots of champagne. It's the energy of celebration, the inner switch that helps you rise above the noise and open yourself to more abundance, more joy, and more flow in your life.
Yep.
Because here's the truth. Celebration isn't just about the big wins. It's about learning how to activate the energy even on the days when life feels really heavy or flat, or when things aren't going to plan, or when you feel like there's nothing worth celebrating.
Especially during these times, Danielle, and as you're listening, so many of us can feel like life is kind of passing us by. Like there's nothing particularly exciting going on, and maybe we're not where we thought we'd be at this point in our life. Maybe as you're listening, you're feeling a bit stuck or blocked or lacking in some way. And, maybe you're even feeling like you're a bit invisible and there's no one in your life that you can celebrate with or who wants to celebrate you. And that can be really hard at times. I've certainly been there myself. And I know there's definitely been times in my life when I felt really alone and not able to celebrate. And that's when the scarcity and the lack start to creep into our thoughts and our energy and, the way we see ourselves and the way we see our life as being lacking. And so it's during times like these when having any sense of celebration or joy kind of feels totally out of reach and impossible.
Yeah, I know. I get that so much, Juliet. Like I know when I've been in those moments, those really low points, that's when my energy feels completely collapsed. Like I feel completely closed in my heart and I start comparing myself to others or focusing on everything I don't have instead of what's already good in my life. And that's when even the little things, like the simple little joys, they don't get noticed because you stop noticing the things that normally lift you up and then you start to just kind of shut down.
Yeah.
But that's also the exact moment when celebration becomes your greatest inner power and strength. Because celebration isn't about pretending everything's perfect. It's about choosing to reconnect with your own life force, your own joy, your own gratitude. it's that spark that reminds you, hey, I'm still here. I'm still alive. And there's still something, actually, there's still so much more worth smiling about today, right?
Yeah.
And when you tap into that energy, you start to rise again, not because everything's suddenly fixed, but because you've remembered who you are.
You know, what you're describing there, Danielle, to me is exactly the energy of abundance.
Yeah.
And that's something we really want to focus on today, that energy. And the great thing is that's the energy we tap into when we're allowing ourselves to celebrate that energy of abundance.
Yeah.
And I think there's actually kind of, when I lean into that energy of celebration, there's kind of three things that happen to our own internal energy and the state that we're in. And it's really helpful for us to explore it so we can really tap into that inner power that's available to us if we want to elevate our energy and really connect with a more abundant way of being in the world.
Yeah, sure.
So I want to share that the first thing is that when we're in the energy of celebrating, no matter how we're going about it, we're actually aligning our internal state, first of all, by focusing solely on the positive. You know, when you celebrate something within yourself or within your life, you're focusing on the positive aspect of what it is you're celebrating and what we know is worthy of being celebrated in our life.
Yeah.
And when we're doing that, there's actually no room for negative energy to creep in, right? It kind of pushes out the negative energies whilst we're celebrating. And we're focusing our awareness and attention solely on the positive, which immediately makes us feel better, right?
Absolutely. Like when I'm celebrating even something really small, it's impossible for me to sit in lack or in negativity because the energy just shifts. I feel lighter, I'm more open, and it's like my whole system starts to say yes again. Yeah?
Nice way of putting it. So the moment we start focusing on celebrating, we immediately shift our energy into that yes energy, into that yes vibe, into that positive. So that's the first benefit. Just as soon as you start celebrating, out goes the negative, in comes the positive. And that's great for our internal energy. And that leads into the second thing that happens when we're celebrating, you know, someone or something in our life, is that we're actually elevating our energy. We're not just aligning with the positive, but we're elevating and lifting up our energy. So I kind of say celebration is elevation.
I love that.
And when we're celebrating something, we're lifting that thing up and going, wow, look at this. Look how wonderful it is. Look how great it is. And energetically, we're lifting ourselves up with that, you know, we're in the energy of wonder and happiness and joy. And when we're in this energy, what happens is that our heart energy opens up and we feel that radiance within us. You know, you can't be in the energy of celebration without smiling,
you
right?
You can't, absolutely.
So we're in that radiance and it elevates our energy up to a higher vibrational frequency than we would otherwise be. And here's the key, that higher vibrational frequency of celebration elevates us to really stand in our more abundant self, our more abundant energy.
Yeah.
So the more we celebrate, the more we elevate our energy to enjoy all of the incredible richness and wealth and abundance and blessings life is bringing us. Because that's what celebration is about. It's about celebrating the blessings. And the more we open our heart and our energy to receiving more blessings in, the more we open ourselves to celebrating more, receiving more, the more we align with that energy and that vibrational frequency, that higher level that is abundance. And it's so powerful.
Yeah, absolutely. Celebrating is a really awesome way to instantly elevate our energy in that sense. It's just not possible for any of us to be in that lower energy of lack when we're plugged into the energy of celebrating life, because the moment we start to celebrate anything and everything or anyone, it immediately lifts our energy up in a way that plugs us into that abundance. Like you're right, you can't not feel that because it just changes everything within you.
Yeah. So think of like celebration as like plugging into abundance. Mm-hmm. Celebration, elevation, plug into abundance. So then the third thing, if that's not enough, the third thing that actually happens when we're in that higher vibrational frequency of celebrating is that we become fully present in the now. You know, when we're celebrating, no matter how big or small, we're not focused on the past. We're not thinking about the future. We're not worrying about what might be missing in the present. We are fully in the abundance of the here and the now, and as we're in the joy and the celebration of life. And in that moment, we kind of slide into the slipstream of limitless possibilities that are available to us in the here and the now. And that's what makes me really excited about celebrating, because it's an incredibly powerful way to slip into the space in which we manifest. So if you want to manifest more positive things into your future experience, you can be a little bit sneaky and be in the energy of celebration now, where you're fully present, heart open, focused on the blessings that life is bringing you. And in that place, you can then call in even more joy-filled possibilities from your future reality into the now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So being in the energy of celebrating is an incredibly powerful way to tap into your inner power to manifest even more positive outcomes into your future reality by calling them into this present moment. So it's kind of like piggybacking. You know, you're saying, yay, here's to the things I'm celebrating in my life right now. And oh, while I'm here, here's to celebrating the incredible things that are also coming into my future reality as well. And it's kind of like the mystics teach us about prayer, the power of prayer. When we pray for the things that are missing in our life, we pray from a place of lack. But when you pray from that place of already having received the blessings you desire, in the absolute certainty of knowing that they've already shown up in your life, that's when the miracles occur.
Yeah, I love that so much, Juliet, because it really does feel like celebration is the energy that we send out. It really is. It tells our body, it tells our mind, it tells our spirit what I've done matters, what I'm envisaging matters. And it's not ego, it's energy, it's love. And what I've learned is that when we don't stop to celebrate, when we just brush past our progress or we play small with our wins, we stay stuck in old patterns of scarcity and self-doubt. And sometimes we even resist celebrating ourselves because deep down, we don't feel worthy of it.
Oh, so true.
I mean, I've been there. That little voice that says, who am I to celebrate this? Or I haven't done enough. But you know what? That's just the fear talking. And the truth is, when we celebrate ourselves, we open our hearts wider to receive. We give ourselves permission to feel good, to let joy in, and to let in more of all of that good stuff that we are absolutely worthy of. And it's kind of like unlocking the universe's treasure chest. You know, not by hustling harder, but by simply allowing ourselves to feel grateful and to feel alive right here, right now.
Who doesn't want a treasure chest? Thank you very much.
Well, I mean, I have many, but I don't, and I think they're worth more than anything or anyone on this planet.
So I
because they're mine.
Well, I reckon the more we celebrate, the more we open up that treasure chest that's available to us, and the bigger it gets, the bigger our capacity gets for receiving more abundance into our life. So, I like what you said about not hustling for it, but actually open to receiving it and inviting it in through the power of celebration.
Yeah, and I know, like, I've had so many conversations where I want to celebrate other people because of what they've done or, you know, whatever it might be. And I'm like, oh, my God, that's amazing. I'm so proud of you. And they'll instantly go into, oh, stop it. Don't be silly. Like, they don't want to accept it. They find it really hard. They struggle with saying, oh, my God, thank you so much, because underneath all of that, there's, there could be fear, or there's that doubt, or they don't think they're worthy of it. But it's so common that people don't want to really celebrate themselves. And I just want to spread the word of celebration to as many people as we can, Juliet, because it is absolutely so powerful.
I think we just got to sing it. Celebrate good times. Come on.
Oh, I don't know if people want to hear us sing it. But absolutely, we do need to sing it and shout
we
it.
We need to
really.
sing it from the top, shout it from our rooftops. Like what? Just the fact that we are alive. Like, can we celebrate that? The fact that we have a roof over our head or a roof to jump on top of and shout from the rooftops. There really is so much in life that is available to us for us to celebrate. And you're right, we either skip past it, we take it for granted,
right.
we miss the opportunities, and we just want to really share with you that when we miss those opportunities, we're missing the opportunity to activate that inner power within us, to dissolve the negative, to call in more abundance and to call in the things that we want to be celebrating in the future into that slipstream of energy, because that's where we manifest from. So let's get into the action part of celebrating, shall we?
Absolutely, we should. Let's do it.
I would say there's kind of 3 steps with celebration. If we want to do it consciously and really level up our inner power to level up our life, the first step would be look. Look for things to celebrate. So first up, find things to celebrate so you can be celebrating every single day. Make it part of your daily practice. And I want to clarify one thing here, because as you're listening, you're probably thinking, well, how is celebration different to gratitude and having a gratitude journal? And I think of the energy of celebration as being like on the same spectrum as gratitude. But sometimes when I'm working with people and they're using maybe a gratitude journal or developing an attitude of gratitude, it's a great saying, is we start to look for things to be grateful for kind of from a lower vibrational frequency where, I should be grateful. It's kind of an indebtedness. I should be grateful for the food on my table. I should be grateful for the things that I have in life. And we can come from a little bit of a low energy there. And so sometimes I'll level people up and say, what have we got to be thankful for? Like really be thankful for. And that opens things up wider, because when we're thinking about things we're grateful for, we tend to only look for the positive things. But when we're thankful, we can be thankful for, some of any experience in life that facilitates our growth, for example. So thankfulness is kind of lifts the energy up a little bit higher. But I reckon celebration sends it off the end of the spectrum, off the charts, because we're really, giving a high five to life and in that high vibrational frequency where we're stepping into the energy of like, I am so blessed. This is worthy of celebrating. I want to shout it from the rooftops. I'm so happy. I'm in the energy of joy. And, we can be in gratitude but not be in joy. Joy is a really high vibrational frequency. So I just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah, that's great clarification. It makes it quite clear. So well done. Thank you.
So go celebration. And the first step we do is look for things to celebrate and make it part of our daily practice. So there's some really obvious things we can celebrate, like, woohoo, Danielle turning 50, join the club. Way to go. Oh my
gosh, I'm in the 50 club.
Fabulous and 50.
Absolutely.
So we've got birthdays, we've got special occasions like engagements, weddings, anniversaries, sobriety milestones, workplace anniversaries. So, there's the obvious things to celebrate, those special occasions. And maybe, rites of passage, like graduating from school to university, from university to getting your first job, a rite of passage of, getting a promotion, moving into a higher level in your work, or getting your first home or apartment, or, those things that are significant steps in life, becoming a parent. So we can celebrate the rites of passage. We can look for things to celebrate in terms of new beginnings.
Yeah.
The first day in a new role, or when you're starting a new business, or you're launching a project,
or launching a podcast.
Or whoop, whoop. Launching a podcast.
We certainly celebrate that every single day. Yeah.
Yeah. And every week, we're launching a new episode, so we can celebrate that.
Absolutely.
So there's those really obvious things. And even things like personal breakthroughs, I think, are so worthy of celebrating. I totally light up from the inside out when I get an insight, an aha, oh, wow, that pattern was driving my behavior there, when I can see things, when, we can celebrate when we make a mistake or a significant breakthrough when we're setting a new boundary with someone in our life, or even, we can celebrate when we have a tough conversation that we've been avoiding. We're doing something different. We're changing our patterns. So those are some really obvious things to look for on a daily basis. What can I celebrate?
Yeah, and you know what? You don't have to wait for some of these really big milestones before you have something to celebrate. It doesn't have to be massive things. And as you're listening, take a moment right now to ask yourself, what can I celebrate today, right now, no matter how big or how small? Like, think about all the little things you can celebrate. Did you get through a really tough morning? Celebrate that. Or did you finally speak your truth to a colleague or a client? Celebrate that. Or did you make it to the gym or show up to something even though you didn't feel like it? Celebrate that.
So true.
Or did you take a step forward even though you felt anxious? Celebrate that as well. And if you're feeling depressed, it can feel really difficult to tap into the joy, to see the positive, to celebrate the good in life. So bring it back. Start with the little things. Celebrate that you did the impossible and actually got yourself out of bed this morning, even though you didn't feel like it. Celebrate that you checked one thing off your to-do list, even if there's another 10 things still waiting for you to do. It's all about tapping into the daily moments, because those are the moments that build strength, they build resilience, and they build self-trust. And we really encourage you to just celebrate them all, the micro wins, the messy middle, because that's where growth really happens for you.
And it's about not taking those moments for granted, but instead using them as opportunities to elevate your energy even more, to get into the flow of abundance, to elevate your experience and the future that you're bringing into your experience even more. And we really want to emphasize here, we're not talking about waiting for perfection or those big occasions to celebrate. We don't need everything to be perfectly aligned for it to be worthy of celebrating. In fact, the moment when things aren't perfect, when we feel stuck, alone, insecure, these are often the moments we need to celebrate the most, because as we've kind of spoken about, Danielle, on previous episodes, when we're in the midst of really challenging times, it means we're in the process of growing and expanding our energy even more, because we're now ready to really break free of those old limitations to take our life to the next level, to take our energy to the next level. So, in this sense, and I had an opportunity today to do this, to celebrate the mess-ups, the stuff-ups, even the fuck-ups, the failures, the things that might feel really uncomfortable in the moment, knowing that this mess-up right here is providing me with an opportunity to change things internally, to elevate my energy, to open up to more possibilities, to really level up my life.
I think it's also really important that we celebrate how far we've come from where we used to be in our life. I mean, I know if I think about my journey, the journeys of those around me, clients, friends, everyone, like, we don't celebrate how far we've come through this life of ours. And we can be so hard on ourselves, but we forget about where we've come from. But it really helps to look to celebrate the massive changes you've gone through and everything you've endured. Celebrate all the stuff you've been through because it's gotten you to where you are today. And it might not be exactly where you'd like to be, but you've gotten through the really tough times and you've kept moving forward. So it's really important to celebrate that, right?
Oh, so worthy of celebrating. Like, I'm doing a high five to you as you're listening right now for all the things you've been through and all the things that have gotten you to here. And just take a moment as you're listening to celebrate some of those tough parts of your journey. Sometimes, the road is smooth, and other times it feels like you're walking on bare feet on tough cobblestones that are just thrashing you. But as you get through, celebrate that journey.
Yeah.
And of course, once you've looked to find something to celebrate, the second step is to actually celebrate it. So
yes.
We're not talking about throwing a party here every minute of the day.
Yes, of course we are. We want to party all the time. Thank you very much. Oh, sorry, that's just my birthday era talking at the moment.
We're talking about the inner party. It doesn't have to be anything flashy or performative for other people to necessarily see on the outside. We're not seeking, other people's applause or likes on social media here to acknowledge what's going on that we're celebrating. What we're looking to do, though, is to amplify our energy, to use that inner power of celebration as a way to elevate, lift ourselves up, and to open us to receiving more abundance and joy in our life. So this is where you don't want to hold back, okay, as you're listening.
No.
You want to go full throttle, wholehearted, play full out in your celebration within yourself. We don't want you to hold back or contain your energy in any way. Make it a wholehearted, full-bodied yes. Yes, 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 yes. Even if no one else is celebrating with you or you're doing it on your own. And some of the most powerful celebrations happen in tiny personal ways, like taking a few moments to literally say, yes, I did that. I'm proud of myself after a day where maybe we've pushed through fear or doing a little victory dance after finishing something you've been procrastinating on. That's worth celebrating.
Yeah, I was celebrating the other day by just, I finally mastered something on a software program that I'd been using at work that was driving me insane for weeks. And once I actually successfully did what I had to do, oh my God, I was so excited for myself. It was...
What did you do? How did you celebrate it?
I'm very vocal and I will tell people how I'm feeling. And I'm like, oh my God, I was just so proud of myself. And I was telling my colleagues, oh my God, I'm so proud of myself. Like, I'm so proud of myself that I've persevered and I actually figured it out on my own. Like, and even just saying that aloud, oh my God, my whole energy shifted. Everything changed the way I approached the rest of my day because I was like, yeah, I did that. And I didn't need anyone to do it, but I was incredibly proud of myself, and not many people take the time to celebrate themselves in those moments, but I have no problems in doing that. And I have no problems in sharing it with people.
Absolutely.
But you don't have to share it with people, but it was in that moment where you feel the shift because you're actually telling yourself, fuck yeah, I did that. No one had to help me. I stayed the course, I persevered, and I did it. And I'm really proud of myself.
Yeah.
And that was really, that just changed everything.
That's a beautiful example. So as you're listening, don't keep it small or half-hearted.
No.
Play full out and find a way to celebrate the thing that you're seeing as worthy of celebrating. And little things, big things, a big, internal, if it's not out loud, internal, woohoo, great job,
yes.
Well done, congratulate yourself. Oh my God, I'm so impressed. That's amazing. I'm so proud of myself. I feel really, really well done. Congratulate yourself. Get up and do a happy dance. I have been known to do that on many occasions. I don't care where it is. I'll do it in the friggin' supermarket aisle. I don't care. Do a happy dance. Celebrate that you find the thing in the supermarket you've been looking for. Use it as opportunities to elevate your energy. Give yourself a high five. Do a victory lap around your lounge room, for goodness sake. Fist pumps up in the air. Whoa, yes, yes, yes. Look into your own eyes in the mirror and give yourself a huge smile and that knowing nod of yes, celebrating.
Yes.
Pat yourself on the back. Find a way. Give yourself a massive hug and really feel it as you celebrate. Yes, well done. This is wonderful. Celebrate yourself. Use those opportunities and find a way to celebrate. Even write yourself a note on the fridge. I did it.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
Yay me.
I mean, you are so powerful and you've got so much amazing stuff to celebrate. Like, we just really need to do it more and more and more every single day. Because even just talking about it, just like even now in this conversation, like it shifts your energy and makes you smile. It just lights you up. Like that energy is just, it feels so good. It feels so good. And, also don't forget to celebrate the people around you too, that, the ones that show up, the ones who try, the ones who are doing their best, even if it's messy. And it doesn't have to be big or performative. It just can be a text or a smile or a, you've got this. Like that energy just ripples. It uplifts everyone around you. And when you uplift others, you lift yourself too.
I have to say, I tend to send this same text message to everyone, but it is so genuine and heartfelt when I send it. When someone's done something that I want to celebrate, I write in capital letters with 3 exclamation marks at the end, go you. Like every time, go you, yay you, go you. I love celebrating other people's successes, achievements, little things, big things.
Yeah, absolutely. I do too. And a lot of people like to celebrate other people's successes and, and tend to not celebrate their own. But it really does send this vibration, this energy out, which is just so, so powerful. It's a beautiful thing. And, I think about when you can't find something in your world to celebrate. We all have those moments where we think, oh, I've got nothing to celebrate. Well, let me tell you, there is still plenty to celebrate. I just want you to look outside yourself. Look at the sky. Look at the sunrise, the changing seasons. Like I love looking at the trees or just seeing the beauty of every day or the blessing to be alive every day. There's always something worth celebrating if we're open to seeing it. Which brings us to the other element we want to incorporate, the things we want to be celebrating in the future, that we can start celebrating in the here and now. After you've high-fived yourself for something that's happened today, high-five yourself for that thing you're in the process of attracting into your life in your future experience. Fully, wholeheartedly celebrate that as well. And it could be the new relationship, the amazing clients that are coming on board, the course that you're enrolling in or graduating from, the abundant money that's coming into your bank account, or that incredible new apartment you're moving into, the new friendships that are coming into your life, or that incredible holiday that you're going on. Like really take a moment to celebrate those things, not as something that's far away, but as if they're already finding their way to you right now. Because everything you've been calling in, it's already available. So feel it in your body, that spark, that joy, that sense of, yes, this is happening for me. And let yourself really sit in that feeling like it's already yours, because honestly, it is. It is already yours.
I love doing that. It's like I get to piggyback onto what I'm celebrating and then call in, we're talking Juliet about that good kind of greedy. So I call in everything when I'm celebrating all the things that are coming into my future reality. And if you want to really amplify the energy of receiving more of that abundance into your life, to really open yourself up to receiving more. You can also use a visualization process that I really love doing for myself while I'm doing everything that we've talked about. Find something to celebrate it. And as I'm in the energy of celebrating those things that are coming into my life, that I'm drawing into my future reality, at the same time, I imagine this beautiful golden energy flowing down from the heavens above me. And I see it in my mind's eye or just kind of feel it or know it to be pouring down this beautiful liquid golden energy, kind of like golden honey. It's the energy of abundance. And I imagine it pouring down through the top of my head, filling my entire body with its beautiful golden energy. And as I do, I really imagine myself receiving all of those golden blessings into my life as I imagine myself saying, yes to receiving even more abundance and more blessings and more opportunities coming in. There's no limit to my capacity to receive when I'm in that energy and I'm filled with this golden, liquid, beautiful energy of abundance. And I feel myself celebrating with this super powerful energy of this limitless happiness and joy and radiance that comes with bringing in that golden, light-filled liquid energy. It's just so delicious.
I love that so much, and it feels so good. I really tap into that, and I close my eyes and I see that pouring into me and through me. It's so, so powerful and amazing. So, yeah, it's definitely one that I practice often as well. And I hope as you're listening, you can feel that energy too, that warm, golden, heart-open energy that says, you're enough and life is worth celebrating. And before we wrap up, we want to celebrate you for being here, for listening, for doing the inner work, and for choosing to grow and to level up your life. And would love you to share with us what you're celebrating, the big or the small, and share it on our podcast platform or in our Instagram page so we can celebrate with you. Because when we celebrate together, that energy multiplies. Until next time, just remember, there's so much more to you that's waiting to be celebrated. And the more you celebrate your blessings now, the more abundance you're calling in next. Bye for now.